Wait a second. Let me start. I'm gonna videotape this.
You're
So
with
this like how do you
Namakagan, yeah.
how do you pronounce that, Dad?
Namakagan.
Okay, and it. So that's good for muskie.
Yeah.
What's the story about the heron?
Or he's going through a channel and the heron was right standing right at the edge of the channel. And all of a sudden the heron was spooked by him coming through and he was spooked by the heron because the heron made like the noises they make. You know?
Yeah, you can hear them. Yeah, the water.
So, yeah. But that was still, I don't recall him telling me that he got a muskie.
Yeah.
But it is a good lake. It has a good reputation.
Yeah.
Namakagan.
So was that at night when he came across that heron?
At night, yeah.
Yeah. I remember there was a heron always like when we go from Upper Eau Claire Lake to the channel into Smith. There was always a heron there, and that would if you were in at night, it would fly. It'd be like a big pterodactyl coming at you. Yeah. Yeah.
We heard growling noises one night. I don't know if you were with us.
No.
We were coming through the channel. We heard maybe a bear.
Really?
It's kind of spooky at night.
But you were out on Smith Lake with Nick, and you heard bowling balls. Somebody's like throwing bowling balls in the water.
Muskies are eating ducks.
Are you serious? Do you think that's what it was, or was it the beaver
It
splashing?
could have been a beaver.
Yeah.
But the way it sounded like a feeding muskie. Smith Lake.
Wow.
And then I threw a bobber out with a rock bass on it. Live rock bass, that big. Bobber went down and then this muskie jumped out of the water.
Oh man.
Cut the line. Bobber comes flying back into the boat, you know.
Wow.
It was a nice fish.
Oh shit.
Maybe 30 pounder.
They go after live fish.
Yeah, and then Dave Thorpe caught he had it mounted, about a 30 pounder in Smith, but it towed him out into the main lake.
Oh yeah.
And then to turn around and went back into Smith Lake and he's following it with his line.
Oh my God.
He got it on a black jitterbug.
And no leader?
No,
Really?
I know about the leader.
It looks like a little man going
Yeah, right.
with like a crazy man swimming or something.
Right.
Crazy crawler kind of thing.
It makes a lot of noise. On a steady retrieve is what muskies like.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he had that mounted too. And then had it at Don's Cottage.
Oh, he did?
It was a nice fish.
Did I ever see it when I was a kid, or was it there in a cabin?
Yeah.
Huh.
After.
Wow. 30 pounds?
Then he took it home after Don sold a cottage.
Mhm.
And he has it at his house.
Oh wow.
Nice fish. I suppose on light tackle, you gotta follow it.
Oh yeah. You know that my friend Rory caught a muskie, or I forget. I think he videotaped it. I think it was Rory and his son Hunter. They caught a muskie, a smaller muskie on a Mickey Mouse rod. I don't know how he landed it. I'll have to ask him about that. I think it was Rory that had that story. Rory, chime in here if you're watching. But yeah, I was always wondering because I think I heard those bowling balls too in Smith Lake, but I think it was
beavers.
might have been beavers slapping their tail. Hey.
So Nick kind of convinced me, oh, those are the muskies eating ducks.
Something about Uncle Nick. I love him to death. But remember he said when you were the fish locator, he was watching the fish locator, and he goes, I swear to God, I saw one eat another one on the locator, and it got bigger. I'm like, they don't grow that quick after they eat. He was serious about that.
Yeah, Tom Hollop too. Oh yeah.
Those bowling ball sinkers. Speaking of bowling balls, remember those lead sinkers they used to get their lure down? And Daniel painted that picture of like Brunswick bowling balls on the end of the rod.
Tom Kukushka has that picture framed. I look at it sometimes and I laugh my ass
That's
off.
but that stitch in Nick's head where they in his raincoat with the duct tape. All right, we'll have more fishing stories
We always
later.
tried to save things rather than going and buying a new one.
Yeah. Oh God, he salvaged everything. Why go 30 miles into town to get a new raincoat? Hey, when you could just have duct tape that patch up the hole. What do we got? That's a pretty interesting lake. Then I'd like to fish on that. But look at the Chippewa flowage. Look at how. There's a reason why you could get lost on Chippewa flowage, eh? Now is that the Spider Lake that we stayed at? Is that Big Spider or Little Spider? Where Heinemann's?
That was where we stayed at Heinemann.
Is that Moody's? And then there's.
Clear Lake on the left there, that little bay.
Oh yeah.
I caught a 6-pound walleye in there.
Really? And then what about Moose Lake? Did you ever?
It's like I never fished. That looks interesting. Too.
Yeah. All of them do.
Yeah.
Grindstone though, that I don't know. You said there's a lot of muskie in there, but that's probably almost like an ocean, hey? When it gets windy, it's pretty.
Southwest wind is a prominent wind, and so is the northeast. Really gets rough.
Yeah.
You know, on a cold front.
But there's big muskie on that lake.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where Don had that monster muskie that chomped on a 3-pound walleye he was bringing.
Oh
in.
yeah, where you had the idea to make a big lure.
Yeah, and then he had it on for, he thinks, 15 to 20 minutes, where it was clamped onto the fish, so he wasn't hooked. Fight them that way. And
Wow.
the muskie was just intent on keeping the fish. So that 10 minutes went by and it was going around the boat. He sort of got tired out and he's coming by the boat,
Yeah.
tuckered out, and his head went like that. The walleye flew out of his mouth, but the repellent got stuck in his mouth.
Oh my God.
And
Now he had the muskie on a full.
And another 20 minutes. But it finally snapped the line because he didn't have a lead in it.
Yeah, my God. But was it lethargic? He was tempted to pull his gun out at that time, eh?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Wow.
He didn't have a decent net.
He,
He didn't have his, what do you call that? Gaff, you know?
yeah, the hook. What about he said he mentally measured it, hey, by comparing it because it was the side of the boat.
Like the end of the boat seat to the back. I think he said it was 59 inches.
Oh my God, it could have been a world's record.
Yeah. The world's record is 60 and a half, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's exaggerating, but
Yeah.
he had it on for a long time until it finally cut the line.
Wow. Yeah, he had no witnesses in the boat.
And then he was in the middle of the lake. And the thing is, he didn't have any help because Dennis was throwing up.
Oh, you sick? Oh,
He
because
was-
it.
they were fishing
seasick?
that evening. No, not seasick. He just ate something.
Oh,
He take me in. I'm sick. So he took him in, and he's out there all alone with that fish.
God.
Midnight.
That same fish that you were talking about with the walleye?
And he didn't have. At the time, he was so excited. He didn't have the thought to just drift to any shore.
Oh, yeah, and the beach it, hey? Well, if it's really windy and there's a current taking you somewhere, that would be hard.
That night it was calm.
Oh, was it?
It was like 5-mile-an-hour wind there. Said he could have drifted. Held on to him.
Wow. Can you imagine if that would have been a nice fish? Catching it on a walleye.
And the reason we made Bigfoot lures is because of that.
Yeah.
And why would they hit a 3-pound walleye?
Do you still have those Bigfoot lures?
Yeah.
Do you
I
ever?
have Littlefoot too, nice.
Do you- A little foot, no Bigfoot. do you have them up on the trip this year? Do you have them up here? No. Took up too much room in the car,
I
hey?
made 2 Littlefoots. And I gave one to Bob Rand.
Yeah.
And he had maybe a 6-pound bass jump over it.
Really?
But he missed it.
Oh man. You gotta pull those lures out. How big is the little foot then?
About 9.
9 inches? And then the Bigfoot is
It's more manageable, casting.
Is-
But Bigfoot,
literally 12 inches long.
yeah.
All right, our food's here. Thank
Don't
you.
be getting the waitress in the pit.